Helmet, what's going on, Helmet? I'm trying to get this stuff set up and I'm... Hopefully my internet does not die this time. But it might. Because it definitely died last time. Ooh, what are you thinking about watching? We're watching Invincible. Well, rewatching. I think my monitor's in the way now. I don't know what the problem is here. It's like this monitor's here now, and I can see the desk. But I don't remember it being like that. Because oh, what the heck? There's a splinter here? Oh, man. Did I get it? What is that? It's a piece of metal. Yeah, see, because I can see... What can I see? This? I can see all of this. And I don't like that. Whatever. What is on this desk? What did he do? My music's a little loud. Okay, I got that. I got this. Let me make sure this is going. It should be fine. We'll see. You're not sure yet, but you have a huge backlog of stuff to watch? Oof, me too. Dude, my watch list is so... I have so many movies and shows on there. The problem is that when we finally get time to watch stuff... Well, okay, the real problem is that Em and I try and watch stuff together, but our schedules have been... Because my sleep schedule is all jacked up, we were kind of just like... We would just like brush past each other, like, hey... And then, like, we were, like, on totally different schedules. So when we do get time, which is usually Sundays, to watch something, it's just not enough time, you know? There's just... I need a pause button, you know? Like, time just goes by too quickly. Do you feel like if you watch, are you going to commit? Like, are you going to binge watch, like, a season? Or... You watch like one show and then one show or one movie. That's usually what happens to us, is that when we finally get time to... What is this song? Dang, the song's saying some stuff. All right. Yeah, so I don't know. We just don't really get to... It seems like our list is growing and we're not making a dent in it anymore. So we'll see if we ever get to it. What do I need? Yeah, it feels... I should sweep again, huh? I still need to come out and clean this, but... It says my leg day is supposed to be 35 minutes. Is it? Probably not. I'm gonna guess it's gonna take me an hour. My weight is staying steady, so I am eating... I stopped tracking my macros because I just got... Okay, the problem is when I when I do a deficit, I track everything like meticulously. I'll track the tiniest bit of sugar I put in because I like to make sure I'm like I'm gonna get every single calorie I can get when I'm in a deficit. But then when I go into maintenance, or like I'm in maintenance with technically like a little tiny surplus, right? It's so slight. It's like it's like 100 to 150 surplus a week, right? It's a tiny surplus. But anyways, when I eat in maintenance, I don't track anything. I just kind of go by like like by vibes. So I'm glad it's working out, because sometimes I can get off. Sometimes I'm like, I'm off one way or the other because I forget to eat. Like sometimes I'll get so busy that I'll just like be like, why does my stomach hurt? And then I realize I haven't eaten all day, and then I try and make it up, and that's even worse. It's mostly worse because then I just eat like high calorie, like I'll just eat a bowl of cereal, eat some mac and cheese, just to get my calories in. But it makes my protein not very good because I'm not gonna eat 2,000 calories worth of chicken and vegetables. All right, I got seated. I got the good mornings. I got sumo squats, Bulgarians, good mornings. Oh, and I got single leg hip thrusts and the side to side. Okay, so it's the same thing as last week. I should warm up. What do I do for the seated though? See, it's only one set of 8. I don't know, like, what does that actually do? Should I up my weight? What's the next weight that's up from that? Oh, yeah, Maurice put this on the wall for me. What'd I say? I did 33. So I could do 38 this time. Since it's only 8. I'm kind of almost maxing that out. Let's do 38. That's 90. 38. Okay, I do have to warm up though. I need this. Oh, I was supposed to sweep, huh? Hold on. I'm on the struggle bus today. It's just so dusty in here because he's drilling into the ceiling and stuff. One day though, I need to just put a robot vacuum out here so it can just do this area and I don't have to worry. I should do that actually. I have an extra one. I just don't know if it'll get in here properly. But it'll probably help. Because look, all this is dusty. He's hanging all these lights and stuff finally. Which is nice, because I'm not complaining at all. Because we did need the light in here. But I swear, it's even more dust than normal. Then I'm like rolling around on the ground. All right. And I have like a crick in my neck. I slept really wrong 2 days ago. And it's still bothering me. All right, that's gonna have to do because it's gonna have to. Oh, sorry. You just binged His and Hers, and you don't know if you're going to commit to another show yet. If you find a good one, maybe. You're not a huge fan of Tessa Thompson, but she was good in His and Hers. Really, I like her. I like her because we were big fans of Westworld. What is that? Did I spill that? I spilled something on the ground. We were really, really big fans of Westworld. And I thought she did a good job in that. Yeah, she was in Westworld. Did you watch all of? I think. No, is she in it from the beginning? She's definitely in Westworld, 100%. Yeah, I feel like John Bernthal plays like those type of characters, you know? Like he plays like. I really wish. I know he doesn't, right, in the comics. Like he's like gone like immediately in the comics. But I really wish like we would have got to see more Shane in The Walking Dead. Cuz he would have been a menace. I love when I see that meme of him, you know, where he's like running in The Walking Dead and he's like, "What's that? What's that?" And he's like running towards it. That's one of my favorite memes. You only watched one episode of Westworld and you never got a chance. Oh, dude, I love Westworld. It got a little weird on the season with Who's the guy that plays Jesse Pinkman in The Walking Dead? It got a little weird with him. Paul Aaron. What's his name? I can never swing this leg properly. With this hung up on the wall, it feels so much more spacious in here. Hello. Okay, you can see the live stream. Thank you. Hello, hello. Yeah, you only watched one episode. Yeah, I want to say she's in season 2 or 3. She's in a lot of it, I think. She does a good job. And then, who's the other lady? I think she's an incredible actress in Westworld. But I'm terrible with names. Yeah, Thandie. Thandie? What is her name? Thandie? Whatever. Thandie Newton. She's, of course, phenomenal. It smells like paint and burned things in here. I feel... Have I gotten my steps today? I don't know how my pedometer got off of my watch, but I'm at 3,000 steps. Yeah, you should definitely watch, well, not to add to your list, but Westworld is definitely up there. I enjoyed it, but I like those type of shows. I'm not like a super sci-fi person, but maybe I am, because I feel like I do watch a lot of sci-fi stuff. I feel like it's usually the sci-fi things that have like the psychological aspect that I really like. So I feel like that's the cause of it. I start my watch. I'm already out of breath. All right, it's just 8 of these. Can I get these with this here? I guess I can just pull it out. Hui! That's heavy. These are the weirdest movement I've ever done in my life, but... Alan Ritchson has a new movie. Oh, yeah! I heard it's, like, doing amazing. We just added that to our list. Apparently it's, like, one of the #1 movies, like, in release or something like that. For Netflix, or I don't remember what it is. But yeah, it looks really good. That's on our list for sure to watch Sunday. If we watch nothing else. We're trying to get through Invincible so we can be caught up for the new season. Not caught up, we've watched it already, but we like to rewatch before the new season comes out. I don't know, those are weird. I definitely feel it, but I'm like, what is this? What does this actually do? I think I need to max that out for... I have to do sumo and then Bulgarians. Can I get this off? That's gonna be the... Can I get it back up? How heavy is this? Oh yeah, I can do it. Whew. How do I put it down? That works, I guess. Oh, it's tearing up the... See, why is it... Oh, it tore off the... Why is it tearing off the paint? Just from sitting on there? Interesting. Alright, let me put this here. Gotta do Bulgarians. I shall move this. half of the workout is just moving everything around, I swear. All right. Last time I did, oh yeah, it's 43. I have to max that weight out. Because I ain't doing back squats. I'm supposed to be doing box squats, but I just hate, I don't know. I hate back squats. And then I've been doing 38, 8, 8, 8, and 10. It's just straight 8. I don't feel like I should. I'm going to keep it at 38 and just go really slow. See what happens. Because I really don't want to up any weights today. I do need my wrist straps. And I don't know where he chucked those. Somewhere here. I could use these. This might be easier. Think these are more difficult or easier? I forgot I had these. I used to try and use these, but I feel like it's because my wrists are small. He's just a gigantic human being. He could totally be Batman. Plus he has range. Yeah, he gives like a... Even in Reacher, the episodes I've seen, I'm like, this dude's a good actor. He gives emotion without being like unbelievable, while still giving that like real tough guy. 43 of these. I broke my phone. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know. I just don't like these because they're too bulky. I got these once when I was trying to do, when I was strength training more. And then I swapped over to my wrist straps, and I just feel like I can't go back now. That's the left. This gives me the right. This gives me the right. Yeah, I just don't think I can go back. What do I need for here though? I'm already losing it. I need a 38 for that. 38 is crazy. That's what this is. This is already 38. See, how does it have me do a good morning? 38 is crazy. For Bulgarian, I don't want to do that. I say crazy like I'm not the one that put the weight in. Okay, I need 43. That one's even heavier. All right, I need my caffeine to kick in stat. I broke my phone again. Please, I swear I'm here. I want to work out. All right, I got 8 of these. I don't think I've seen Blue Mountain State. I feel like the only thing I've seen him in one other thing that I can't remember. And then when I started watching Reacher. Oh, I feel like maybe I didn't see that. I feel like I've seen him in a funnier role. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. We intend to watch it Sunday, hopefully. What am I doing? 8 of these? Just slow everything down today and hope I make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be heavy. I feel like what's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen on the internet? I feel like the most ridiculous thing has got to be Tiger King. I don't think anything can... What is my favorite animal? My favorite animal... That's a good question. I feel like dog. I don't want to be like real animal. Yeah, I feel like a dog. I feel like that's kind of a lame one, but that or a ferret. I really do like ferrets, but ferrets just stink. That's the only like downside to ferrets that I don't like. If I can make them smell better, maybe a ferret, because they're hilarious. Okay, I got 8 of these. Dude, the crick in my neck is awful. It hurts so bad. Oh, I missed something. What's happening? Brands! Oh my gosh. 6 months is crazy. That's crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. How you doing, Brands? Thank you so much for the sub. You're awesome. You rock, dude. I gotta do this really quick, and then I will chit chat with you and read whatever you put up there. It's supposed to be spinning a wheel, but I think I broke that thing. All right, I gotta do 8 of these. Let me stop yapping, because... Do I not use wrist straps usually for this? Oh. All right. Just 8. Do them real slow. Yep, those are, you feel those where you're supposed to. 8 more. Real slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me out, please. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna feel this by the end. Brands, you doing fine? What are you up to today? Did you work today? You're worried about James Gunn Batman, though? After seeing the new Green Lantern suit, you're just hoping he doesn't screw it up. Plus, he said that Batman is boring. That's crazy. Which is yeah, that's insane. That's insane to take on a job and to be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this job. It's boring. As a creative person, what? That's crazy. Just work is all you ever do? We gotta get you gaming. We gotta get you doing some fun stuff. What kind of hobbies do you have, Brands? You have any hobbies? I keep meaning to message you, but my sleep schedule's been all jacked up. I didn't even know what day I was on, because I wanted to ask about how your trip went. He also hired the Flash director for the new Batman movie and the writer from the Harley Quinn movie. The only good movie that the Harley Quinn writer made was Bumblebee. Oh, they did Bumblebee? Okay, and that's it. Like, I don't know if I saw Bumblebee, or I don't know if I can place it like in my brain of movies. All her other films flopped super hard. Oof, that's not good. Plus, she wrote the Batgirl movie, and it was so... There was a Batgirl movie? I didn't even see that. Warner Brothers canceled it for a tax write-off. The Flash movie was also bad, and you're amazed that the director got Batman of all films. Oof. Yeah, so it's not looking good. I feel like that's always been the downside is people don't like DC because it seems like people who take on DC just like don't want to do it. It's like nobody's who is threatening you to make this movie? Why do all of y'all hate your jobs? Get some Batman nerd in here ASAP. Your trip was fine. Your hobbies consist of making money. Hey, I like it. I support it. I support it. I need a hobby that does that. You feeling okay? I need to message you with the pep talk because I got one in me. I got caffeine and sleep in me. Have you got your workouts in? Ow, dude, these actually hurt a little bit. I'm not used to those making me feel too much. Okay. Do these real slow, like. Just 8 of them? Yeah. I think it's 8 all the way across for everything today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ow. Dude, these are getting me. All right. Slow, 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 slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me out. Okay. Oh. Feeling those. I should put my hair up. Your hobbies consist of making money. I like that. I need a hobby that does that. All my hobbies make me spend money. They just put Battlefield on sale too. It's on sale for like $40. I might grab it. I'm out of breath. Oops. Sorry, I forget these comments are so little. Okay, yeah. Either dog or ferret. I like ferrets because they're like a slinky, you know? They're kind of funny. And I think they have like humor to them. But dogs are cool. I like dogs. I like little dogs. Big dogs are okay. I just can't do the drool and the hair. The Batgirl movie never saw the light of day. It was already finished, and Warner Brothers pulled the plug because it was so bad. Oh, dude. That sucks. That's gotta hurt when you're like a director and your movie doesn't even to put all that work in and then they don't even show it. They're just like, nah, bad, terrible job. But I guess that's part of the creative process, right? You have to fail sometimes. I started taking an art class because I've been hanging out with a lot of artists that draw and animate. So we had this really long conversation about how art is, or drawing anyway, specifically. Oh, I do have to do 10 of these. Sorry, a piece of ice. I'm gonna have to crunch it. How anyone can learn to draw, which I don't disagree with, but I still feel like there's a level of talent that goes into drawing, right? There's like a creative process that meets talent that means skill, right? It's like a trifecta. Anyways, so I started taking this class, and the class that I'm taking, the professor's like, people think that you need to have talent to draw, but you only need skill, like that drawing's only skill, right? Which I don't wholly agree with, right? Anyway, so it did this, like, it's probably done on purpose, right? Like, not reverse psychology me, but like challenged me, I guess. So it makes you draw like a character, right? And it's like, this is your starting character, draw it. And then at the end of the class, you're gonna have to redraw it, right? To see how even from the beginning to the end of the class you progress, and how is gonna progress your art over time, right? If you continue to practice it. Anyways, I started that art class. So now I'm all locked in trying to draw. Now that same writer for Batgirl's working on Batman. Why would they do that? So they want Batman to fail. Yeah, sabotage. Yeah, I agree. That, because why would you... I get giving them another chance. Is that a spider? Did I get it? I don't see it. It's a little one, but guys, I'm scared of spiders. Please get out. I'm sorry. This was your home. Find a new one. If you're alive still. I smacked you pretty hard. Sorry. I'm just scared. Yeah, that does seem like sabotage. There's no way. There's no way you would hire them when they bombed. Like, I get giving them a chance in something else, but in the same area is crazy, too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Struggling. She only had one good movie and everything else was a flop. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I feel like it's... Well, no. I feel like no matter how good... No, because I feel like... I was going to say, no matter how good the movie is, you can't, like, outdo bad writing, right? But I feel like some of the Transformer movies, like, they don't exactly make sense in their writing sense, but they're so action-packed and, like, emotional because of Shia LaBeouf, and just so much action that you almost don't care. Because I feel like it's a Transformers movie where, like, someone dies and then they're just, like, magically back and they never, like, explain anything, but we just move on. We're like, yeah, okay, sure. We like them. They're cool. We just went along with it because the movies are good. That's crazy. You'd think it'd be easier to make, like, a hit, you know? Especially when the franchise is already established. What is it, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ow! hurts. My watch is tweaking out on me. All right. I don't know which way I'm supposed to put this. This way? Yeah. I hate Bulgarians, man. I do them. It's a hate-love relationship, but I'd rather do a step up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's heavy. 38. All right, one more of these and I'm out. And I'm free. The Transformers movies were more about spectacle, yeah. Plus, those movies really push CGI films. The OG trilogy still has better CGI than most movies could, dude. The Transformers movies, yeah, that and Avatar are one of those movies you go back and watch and you're like, you think it came out now, how great it looks. That sucks that they really dropped the ball and they're just like, well, we have tech that does it faster now. Because I feel like before it looked so good because there were so many people involved, right? Because it was like perfecting new technology, you know? And now now they're just trying to throw things out. It sucks because I feel like I complain both ways. Where I feel like they just throw things out too fast, but like sloppily, right? Like they just don't care. They're just throwing everything out, see what sticks. But in the same tone, then you have these shows that people are waiting for, and they're like 2-3 years out for each season for a show. And I'm like, look, I'll wait that long for a movie, but for a show, you better get to it. You got a year max before I start losing interest. Like, come on, churn them out. Which I know sucks because technically making a show is like an even longer movie. So I expect a shorter timeline for probably more content, you know? So I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, am I unpleasable? Each Transformer in those movies had thousands of parts and took months to create. Did they use practical effects for it too? Making sure I didn't miss a comment. For Transformers, do you know? I gotta do this. All right, 10 of these. They hate the Transformers movies? No way. Dude, sometimes, you know the movies that really, like, every time they say they're making a new one, I would literally roll my eyes. Was the Fast and the Furious movies? I'm like, but did I watch every single one? Crazy. I kind of did it against my will because M likes them, but I'm like, how many movies are they? Once they went into space, I was like, this is ridiculous. What are we doing, guys? And everything was family. Suddenly they had super strength and stuff. It was crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, I kind of felt those. Ow! Oh yeah, the Transformers movies had a ton of practical effects. They even used real-world lighting for the Transformers, giving them photorealism. What? That's crazy. You know what we just watched? We actually watched it. I think because you suggested it. This was like 2 weeks ago, though. But we finally watched the Transformers 1 thing of like Optimus. And I think they just need to make more animated stuff, honestly. I think if they're not going to give the CGI that they can give, right, and produce, I think they just need to stick with just give more animators work, right, and just stick with animated stuff, because some of the CGI that's coming out, like the Doctor Strange movie was like, one, it was weird. It just felt like it didn't fit into anything. It felt like a comedy horror movie or something. But then the CGI was really, really bad in that one. His little third eye they gave, it's like, who learned Photoshop yesterday? Someone lied on their job application. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Ooh. Ow. My heart rate's through the roof. I gotta do this other side though. Ow! I can do it. It hurts. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Okay. Okay, good mornings. I think I need 60 on those. Putting those there. My protein shake is betraying me. As per usual. That's crazy. I can't believe people don't like the Transformers movies. See, that just goes to show that you can't make everybody happy. Fast 5 was peak. Fast and the Furious. After that, it went downhill for me. However, you liked Fast and the Furious 8 and 9. Yeah, I watched all of them. I'll give them this. They're entertaining, right? But it got to a point where you're just like, all right, we're just watching this to watch at this point. Dude, Transformers 1 is really, really good. You were totally right about that. We thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's role was like, was strange, you know? I almost feel like they should have done his role without him having a daughter, you know? Like, him having a daughter was like weird. Yeah, and Shia LaBeouf just, I don't know, he just gives, he reminds me of like Jon Bernthal, right? It's like they have like this inner turmoil that's happening that just translates really well. They just throw that into the movie, you know, and it's hard to one up that. Dude, have you seen his new interview? He's already become like a meme. Yeah, he's poor guy. I think he got really messed up and he did some really messed up things. And his dad was awful to him too. Just sucks. Sucks that it takes like, he created some beautiful art, right? But it's like, at what cost, you know? This little kid had to suffer to make this great actor. but then he's all messed up and oh, I do 65 actually. He's all messed up in real life. And then other people now get hurt. Sucks, man. Reminds me of like Justin Bieber, you know, there's all these like conspiracy theories and stuff. It's like the entertainment industry is so corrupt and they just prey on these young kids that just have dreams, you know, and then they turn them into really not great adults. And it sucks because you have to keep them accountable, right? Because at this point they're adults, but in the same tone you're like, you feel bad for them, you know. So you're like, dang. Ooh, this hurts the crook in my neck. Maybe it'll stretch it out. A girl can hope. Oh, dude, it hurts the crook in my neck really bad. Watch this get the crook in my neck out. That actually hurt. Not hurt, but you know when you like turn your neck? Because it's like right here. It's like, I think I slept like too far this way. And it messed me up. It was pretty funny when The Rock broke his arm and just flags out of it by the end. Yeah, exactly. Or there's one scene, what is the scene where he's like holding the two chains and one's like a freaking helicopter and the other one's like a car and he's like holding them together. I'm like, come on guys. Come on. Get out of here. They know, I'll give them this. They know how to make an entertaining movie, right? If you're in it for the plot, right? Because like they killed off Letty and then they brought her back and she had like amnesia and then he had like a random kid. It was like, if you're in it for the plot, don't go. But if you just want some brain rot entertainment, that might be the movie for you. I forgot about that. I forgot he just flexed it out. It reminds me of I know a lot of people don't like him, but Taylor Sheridan. I don't know. I know people don't really like him, and they hate the way that he writes like women characters and stuff. But I really enjoyed Yellowstone. There's like 1886. That one's really good too. But anyways, I guess he wrote like he's the producer of The Lioness too. And anyways, he always puts himself as like this. He did it in Yellowstone too. He makes himself like this really cool like bad A character, you know. And it's like people are like, why is Taylor Sheridan putting himself like? Look, if I could write movies too, right? Man, I'd be making cameos too. I'm not gonna make myself a loser. What are we talking about? The guy's producing him. Let him do what he wants. If he wants to play this character that he feels is like really cool, let the guy. Let him live his dream. Yeah, that's stretching out the crick in my neck. I might not have a crick in my neck by the end of this workout. Woo! See? Another benefit to working out. Most child actors go through a lot of trauma. Yeah. It makes sense, right? A huge portion of them are crazy once they get out of the machine. It's another reason why people in that industry need to be locked up or put... Yeah, exactly. Like, there needs to be I see the problem that I have, right? I feel like mine's double-sided. Right? I hate the people in the industry that take advantage of it, but my main beef with like child actors that get used and abused like that, my main beef is with their parents. Like, what are you doing? Why are you sending your small child off with grown adults? Like, what are we? You want money that bad that you're just like, it's basically like selling them at that point. Fast Five was the last Fast and the Furious movie that made some sort of sense. Oh, really? See, I feel like right off the bat, I was like, all right, you guys are just doing nonsense. Why do they criticize him over how he writes character? Because I think the main reason is because there's a newer show called Landman, and what is her name? Ali Lauder. She plays like this, like hottie toddy wife that just like kind of knows that she's hot, and you know, she just kind of says some really outlandish things, but she plays that character, right? I think she plays that type of character well. Like, I think people just don't like to admit that women like that do exist, right? There's a variation of different women. And then they really hated Monica, and they think Monica was in Yellowstone. She was like a indigenous woman in the show that was married to the like one of the main character's sons, and they hated how they wrote her because she was like just kind of whiny, but everybody across the board hated her. I don't think it was like she was just an insufferable character, but I think you need that in some of these shows, right? You need someone to like not like. But I think their biggest beef is with Ali Lauder, and then Ali Lauder has a daughter in that show, and she's supposed to be like 17, 18 years old. So she's like a minor, right? And they're painting her as like this like attractive cheerleader, and she just kind of walks around in like her underwear and stuff. The actress herself obviously is like 25, 26 or something like that. But I guess people don't like that either, right? Because it's like feeding into like the like PDF file thing, right? So anyways, I think, is she my favorite character in the show? Absolutely not, right? Obviously not, but I feel, am I spilling protein shake? I am. But he also has like the lioness, right? Where she plays, the main character there is also a woman, and she's like she's really cool, right? So I don't know, I feel like they just don't see the variation. They see one character that they just absolutely hate, and then that's kind of what they run off of. But I think people just hate Paramount too. But I watch a lot of Paramount because I consume a lot of media, one. But Survivor's on Paramount. So I've always just kind of watched the shows because I already paid for Paramount, so I try and get my money's worth. I like the shows, but I'm not as what should you draw? You should draw a turtle. You also blame the parents. Yeah, exactly. The parents are truly the one. Obviously, the evil people are at fault, right? But I feel like the parents at that point, you just like don't care about your child, and that should also be a crime, right? Like if these child actors come out and like, hey, you know, that should be like I feel like the government will go in and take children away for like minor things from parents that actually care about their children. And then these like child actors are just out here suffering, but just because they make money, you know, they just assume, oh, the parents don't have to suffer. It's like even you look at like Britney Spears, right? It's like all over the industry. How much more proof do you guys need? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa, I'm shaking. I think that actually stretched out the crick in my neck. Okay, new life hack. You heard it here first. If you have a stiff neck, crick in your neck, all you gotta do is some good mornings, okay? All right. Draw a turtle. Macaulay Culkin's dad was horrible from what you heard. Oh, dude. And that's because his little brother, like you see the difference in his little brother. What is his little brother's name? I know him from Succession. He did a really good job in Succession. I wonder if like Macaulay protects him or protected him, you know? But he's a really good actor. The Britney Spears situation was sad. She was fine 1 minute and then just all of a sudden she lost it, had a huge crush. Dude, yeah. I think everybody did. Britney Spears was like... She was huge before social media was even a thing, you know? And that's crazy. She was worldwide. Okay, I usually do 30 here. So it wants 30 pounds. 30 single leg? And I have to do those stinking side to side. Yeah, that was really sad. And then they like did this whole like free Britney Spears, but it's like they don't realize that she's been like locked up her whole life. What do you guys want her to come out and be normal now? Like she needed help in the 2000s. You're 20 years too late. It's really sad. And then her sister's just kind of obnoxious too. Which way am I gonna do this? I gotta move this way. All I needed was. I don't know which way I want to do this. I'm just gonna do it like this, I think. Call it good. Oh, I gotta do those band-aid things though. I should do it here. That way I can do these here. Do that protein shake. I finished it though, but oof. Do I have mail? Sticker. I do have mail. Nice. All right, what did I say, 30? I need 30 pounds. Yeah, it's just really sad. Like, I just feel like we shouldn't have children actors anymore, you know? Just, I think if we need, like, children, like a child character in films, it should just be animated, you know? And just get children actors out of there. Or make, like, some type of rule, you know, that they have to be accompanied by a parent at all times, you know? And, like, I don't know. It's just a sad situation. I just wish people cared more about their children. Especially the children you're forcing to be your breadwinner. At the least, right? At the very least that you could do is take care of them, right? They're buying you all your fancy things and you guys just like treat them like dirt. It's like the Britney Spears situation, right? It's like the conspiracies out there is like she got taken advantage by her family. But I think because she dated that freaking dirtbag, and then he wanted to take the children, and you know, she had all this. I think she just kind of broke under the pressure, you know, because she was just this little. She just wanted to sing, you know. And then you hit this huge stardom that never existed before, and now you have all these things to manage, and it's got to be a difficult situation, you know, to manage that young too. Is this what I do? What is happening? 31 pounds is crazy. I don't know why I always shock myself. Like I'm not picking the weights out. All right, 8 of these. Single leg. I'm yapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I went a little fast in the beginning, but tried to slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's like a really big thing too with like YouTube channels, like the family channels. Dude, the stuff that comes out about them after, I'm like, you guys really want that check that bad? Like, I always think of like Ryan from Ryan's World. Dude, that they've had that kid supporting their family since he was like 3. And it's like, okay, sure, you know, he seemed like he was having fun, right? He got all these toys. You know, he seemed like he was having a good time, right? Let's say he was, right? Let's give them that he had a good time. But the kids, what, 14 years old? And they still have him playing with like little baby kid toys. It's like, why don't you guys age him up with his people? Like he could have aged up into like a streamer. He could be playing video games. Like he could have, if you guys really wanted to keep him in the spotlight, why would you like, I don't know. That's a weird thing too. It's all these YouTube families that are coming out like abusing their, like, not even just like, not that it's lighter, right? It's awful no matter what, right? I want to preface that. But like there's abuse where like, no, you're gonna come make this video. Like, come on, you know, like trying to bribe them to get content out. Okay, that's already bad on its own, right? But they're like severely abusing their kids. Why are you starving your child for your YouTube channel? Like, what is to make content? Especially because at that point, they just kind of have a mass following. Like, just be like, oh, my kid's grumpy today, guys. Like, we can't do content, you know? He needs a day off. And then the people would have been like, oh my God, yeah, you're such a good mom, whatever. The fact that they go about it, like, in the most horrible way possible while trying to present themselves as this, like, awesome YouTube family, I'm like, what is happening? This is what I don't get, right? Is, at least in my mind, right? If I have a kid that's like a breadwinner making millions of dollars, and it's like, here, mom, here's the house. Here, mom, here's a new car. Here, mom, retire. You can stay home, hang out with my grandkids because I'm working hard, right? Like, why are you? Well, okay, it's a child actor, right? I went a little too far in the. I was thinking of like Wendy Ortiz because she like retired her mom and her mom helps with her kid. But if you have like this child that's providing, why are you mistreating them? Like, what? Why are you stealing all their money that they're earning? What are we doing, guys? Learning about her younger sister completely caught you off guard. I heard she was a menace, but she never came off that way. Oh, Jamie Lynn Spears? Oh, dude. There was a show that she was in that got canceled because she got pregnant. Jamie Lynn Spears, she seemed like a menace there. And even the other actress came out and she was like, dude, Jamie Lynn Spears is like horrible and mean. a lot of those YouTube kids get screwed over. They do, dude. Like their parents just straight up steal all their money, and then they're like abusing them and stuff. I'm like, how do you not have like? Okay, let's say you feel you deserve a portion of it, right? Let's say you took on the managerial role, right? And you think you deserve the money that your child is producing, right? Even if you were a manager, right? You still only get a certain percentage, right? Still the majority of their money is that kid. Like what are we why are we not putting that in a fund, right? Like why are we not I don't know. Some of these like I watched the Ruby Frankie one, and she was just like, dude, it's not to bash on religions or anything. This is just I don't know, maybe completely unrelated, but so many of them are like Mormon family channels, and I know the Ruby Frankie, she got like brainwashed by like this Mormon lady, and I mean, not that it was the lady's fault that brainwashed her, but she thought like her children were like her youngest child was like possessed or something because she was a little more like uh what's the word, like she was more willing to like fight back, you know, and be like, I don't want to do that. So Ruby was like, oh, she's got a demon. What? What are we smoking, guys? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I just feel like if you have a child that's earning all the money for you, right, and you get a new house, you get a new like vehicle out of it, you don't have to work your job anymore, you would think your child would be treated even better, not worse. How do you like go the opposite way? But I guess some people just don't want to be parents, truly. I guess it just comes down to that. Because like some people mistreat their kids for $0. So I guess it's more of a heart issue. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's awful though. Poor kids. Ugh, I hate these Band-Aid side-to-side things. My protein shake. The betrayal. What am I at? 55 minutes. 55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 milkshakes. You heard that they're making laws to protect YouTube kids, but you haven't heard about it for a while. Yeah, apparently like there's certain states where if the child is on camera, like that's why you see a lot of these people are like they're protecting their children from like being online. I think some of them are true, right? But some of the ones that are like, oh, they're protecting their children from being online. Some of these areas, like I think it's Los Angeles. I want to say it's like some of like the upper states. If your child, like if their face is on it, you have to give them like the portion of the revenue, right? Like if their face is in it, they're duly owed that money. You cannot take it or else you're stealing from them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think it just sucks that people have children and just to use them, or just to be mad at them for existing, like they didn't bring them into the world. Okay, what color turtle? Do a pink turtle, because I've never seen one before. And what food? Make a pink turtle eating Sour Patch Kids. Are we going realistic or not realistic? That's the best I got. I'm not very creative, so that's all I got. That's all the help I can be. Some parents use YouTube as a loophole. to get their money because they don't have to follow the Hollywood labor laws. Yeah, I believe that. That's most likely true. I believe that in a heartbeat. Especially because, like, for anyone who knows children, to produce content like that on a schedule, right? At some point, you're forcing the children to even create the content. Is there days where they probably want to do it themselves? Yeah, sure. Is there days where they're probably excited, having fun? Yeah, sure, no doubt, no doubt. But at some point, right, that child does not want to do that video. And it's like, instead of just taking the day off, right, and being like, okay, you know, they don't want to work today. Because while I see the appeal, right, because if you do have, like, I get the appeal of, like, child actors, right, especially a lot of people, because some of them are, like, pretty poor, right, when they get into the industry, right? So it's like this hope that they're going to be rich, they're going to be set up for life, they're not going to have to worry, right? So while I get that and I understand, okay, there's that dream and that hope of it, it's like, at what cost though, right? At what point are you looking at this and saying, hey, this costs too much for money, right? For monetary gain, right? Where, especially with these YouTube kids, right? Why can't you just say, hey, we're probably going to lose out on money? Maybe, let's say it's a few thousand, right? Let's say they lose out on several $1,000s, right? Isn't your child worth more than the several $1,000s? Can't you look at your child and be like, hey, you're tired? You know, you do work hard. Like, take a day off. Don't worry about it. Why are you guys making these, like, big extravagant purchases and then expecting your child to just, like, carry that load? Like, they're a child. They shouldn't have to be they shouldn't be carrying your load, right? At that, if you have a child star, right, every single cent that they earn should be going to them to be setting them up. And when they're an adult, if they want to turn around and be like, hey mom, hey dad, thanks for taking care of me, here's it. Say they don't, right? They're not even obligated to do that. But let's say you're a decent human being and a good parent, right? And you take care of your child, all their money gets set aside for them. You think your child's just going to turn around and be like, hey mom and dad, you guys stay here, I'm going to go live in my mansion? Parents are weird sometimes, I swear. Like, it's just, like, why are you having a child when you just don't like the kid? 3. I need to slow down. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Like, one thing we always did for us too is, like, when our children get money, right, like family members or birthdays or whatever, you know, it gets put aside for them. Like, that's their money. Because, like, one thing like, growing up, my mom always did to me and my siblings is she would take our money, like, we'd stash away money and she'd just go and, like, rob us, you know? Like, it's like, that's crazy to be your kid's first, like, the first time they get robbed as their own parent is crazy, let alone when it's, like, millions of dollars. That's insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dude, this grip tape is nice. Oh. Dude, I still have another set of this? I thought that was my 4th set. No wonder I still had some in the tank. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Did you watch the Nickelodeon? Oh, dude, yes. Sick, dude. It made me so freaking sad for Drake Bell. Plus, this one guy who worked at Nick was a dude, yeah, like, how are you convicted? How are you convicted of that? And you have a job exclusively around children. That's, like, I don't know, just, like, destroy the whole place, start over. That's insane. Like, being a parent too, like, I don't even let my children around people I know by themselves, right? Like, even if I feel like I trust them, no, I don't. I'm like, look, I'm like, we're not doing sleepovers. We're not doing like these like hangouts. You don't need to go like anywhere with some stranger or even someone that you know that's not your parents. Like, I don't know how these parents of like these child actors are just like, yeah, go hang out with a bunch of adults. And then to not like background check and be like, oh, well, this guy is convicted of really heinous, awful things. Maybe we should not send our child there. It's like the whole like R. Kelly situation. Why are you sending your daughters backstage to meet this grown man? And why, when he's excited to meet your underage child, when he's like jumping out of his chair excited, why are you not like, okay, actually, we hate you now, and leaving? I don't like, where's the disconnect here? Anyways, I'm gonna go off on a tangent. Dude, yeah, especially I remember after that documentary came out, a lot of my TikTok was showing like the clips of like the feet stuff, you know, and I'm like, how did this just skip past everybody, you know? Or I think that's the thing for me, right? Is I'm realizing that it doesn't get past them. They're approving it, right? They're like, oh yeah, let's cater to that audience. We are that audience at that, right? It's really messed up on a huge level. Really, really messed up. Okay. All right, cool. A pink turtle. My heart rate's through the roof and I gotta do this set. 64 minutes? I knew it was gonna take me an hour. I yapped a little bit too, so threw me a little bit behind. I think this is the end though here. I'm gonna try and do these super duper slow. I think I did those good mornings did fix that crick in my neck though. I just wish people all around, not just parents to their children, especially that, but I wish people just cared about each other more, right? I think that's the reason why this is so rampant, right? Is because not enough people stand up and be like, hey, you're evil for that. No thanks. They're just like feeding into it, right? And if when they do get caught, right, they get less time than people that get caught with like the devil's lettuce. I'm like, what? How is smoking some lettuce more offensive than harming a human? What? A tiny human at that. What are we talking about? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Helmet, you and I always end up in some tangents, man. I was just thinking about that. Listen, one thing I like to do is rant and rave. I grew up watching conspiracy theories. That was my form of entertainment as a child. I should have known something was wrong then. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gotta do these bandit things. These protein shakes trying to come back. I think I just need to drink. Like, I need to finish the protein shake before I get out here instead of waiting. I think if I consume it and then come out, by the time I get into the heavier lifts, maybe it'll be settled. Devil? What? Because always ranting and I like a good rant and rave. I like to hoot and holler about some stuff. I think I'm just gonna do this a failure. I think I'm done here. Ow. Ow. Why do these hurt so bad? That's all I got. Am I done? Please say I'm done. We're always getting into the... I don't know. See, this is why I say... M says I shouldn't. But I really do not like people. And I don't mean across the board like every human I meet is automatically evil. But I definitely don't think, like, you know how there's people that say that there's good inside everyone? I don't think that's true. I think there's just genuinely evil people that just really like being evil, and until they're dealt with properly, if you catch my drift, they're just gonna keep being evil. I don't know if I can get this back up there, actually. I think I'm too short. Ah! I'd have to... How did I get it? Oh. No, this is too difficult. Huh? How did I get it down? Please. Okay, so I have to put it on my hip to get it up. Okay, maybe I can remember that. That was difficult though. Not gonna lie. I almost gave up. I probably should have waited till my legs weren't dead from working out. Maybe that would have helped with this. I gotta go and walk too. 70 minutes. It said, what did it say? It was supposed to take 35 minutes. It definitely did not. You're super, super happy? Cool. You liked my life? Thank you so much. What's my back squat PR? 0. No, I think when I used to back squat, I don't back squat anymore. I am not a fan of back squatting. I do 65 on the hack squat. The last time I back squatted, which was 2 years ago, I think I can do my like 140-ish. I don't remember anymore. It's not a lot. It's my body weight, at least. It's pretty much a 2-tier system. You got the law for regular people and the law for... Yeah, exactly. Well, when you can just pay off the law, right? The law doesn't apply to you. If any regular dude did what Diddy and those other guys did, they would be locked up for life. I just don't even think that's true. Like, there's like, I think the assault on people like that is just so like, across the board. While I agree they'd probably get less, like, they definitely get, like, just a, like, not even a slap on the wrist, but like a, hey, don't do that. But I still think it's just under punished in general. It's a huge level of epic proportions. Yeah. It's a big problem. I think it genuinely needs to be dealt with properly. Exactly. We need Punisher level dealings to deal with that, because it's just gonna be more rampant, right? If you go and do something like, I always equate it to like stealing, right? If I go down the street from me and I go steal, and the worker there catches me stealing, they're like, ah, all right, you know, you shouldn't steal from me. Does that discourage me as a human, or does that make my flawed human brain be like, oh, well, if I steal something bigger next time, maybe they also won't care, right? It just makes you do like more evil. It's very rare that it's going to convict a person to be like, oh man, they were so nice to me, I should never do that again. So why are we dealing with even more heinous crimes so lightly? Like the fact that someone that gets caught with the devil's lettuce is treated way more harshly than someone over here that's on a list for the rest of their life. Forget the list. They need some other dealing with. Punisher. I think it's gonna make me. That'd be nice. Listen, I'm not a fan of Batman and the Punisher for nothing. I will say that. Let's see. I think it wants. Okay, I did. Yeah, see, this day is always lighter, but it feels. I think it's because it's more quad. So I did 236 reps, 8,284 pounds total. It was supposed to be a 35-minute workout, and it ended up being an hour and 16. So I don't think it takes into account the like rest period. Dude, I need chapstick. Post. I need a nice rest and stretch day. I hope everyone is one step. What do I say? One step closer to their goals. Let's put a heart and an avocado for good measure. I like the song. All right, that posted. I feel like I should stretch a little bit because I have to go make some food and then. Oh, I didn't read that. I said I don't back squat. Actually, I am not a fan of back squatting. I feel like I'm getting older, and I don't know. Back squatting just feels unstable to me now. I've never really been a huge fan of it because I feel like I have longer femurs. I've not tested this besides having to change my squat pattern. So I have to have like kind of a wider stance. I just don't like back squats. But I do 65 on the hack squat machine. But I am doing more of like a hypertrophy training versus like a strength training. So I'm sure my PR would be a little bit higher on that. But when I did back squat, I want to say I did like above my body weight at least. But I want to say it was like 140, 135-ish. I definitely had a plate on each side, that's for sure, but I just don't back squat any. I haven't back squatted in 2 years, I think. I do a lot of like dumbbell squats. I use my hack squat leg press machine more. It just feels more stable to me. If I had a Smith machine, I'd maybe do like back box squats, but I'm not a fan of the having the free bar and doing squats with it. I don't know, getting older, it just feels unstable. Batman will at least show mercy by beating you so bad that you need to go to the hospital with a huge medical bill that will indirectly end a person. Punisher just ends a dude point blank. Yeah. See, if we had a mix of both, right? Send a couple of the really bad ones to Punisher. Send the ones that are thinking about it to Batman. Like we get some things solved here, you know? We'll get some things taken care of. I like that plan. That sounds like a good team to me. I don't know, like you hear the stories, right, of the people who like find the criminal in the courtroom, you know, and deal with them. But it's like we shouldn't have to be at that point, right? Like there's it shouldn't be up to vengeance, right? Like our legal system should be dealing with this in a way that people don't want to commit these offenses, right? Instead, why are we doubling down on like illegal substances, right? For example, it's like, why do we care more about that than people? I mean, I don't know. I just, we need a change concerning that. That's all I'm going to stretch because I got to eat something and then I have to do my walk. And I usually stretch after my walk, so we're going to do that. I need to stop my watch though. Let me get my water too. I need chapstick. The weather is like changing. It's been like windy and it's chapping my lips. Goblet. Like a sumo squat. Like today I did sumo squats with it's my dumbbells maxed out at 43 pounds. But sumo squats, no, I don't really do goblet squats. A lot of my quad stuff is like Bulgarians, single leg, like hip thrusts, things like that. That's more of my quad stuff. I should probably I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm following a program, and the program has me doing certain workouts that I don't quite understand, because I went from doing strength training into now hypertrophy training. So I'm following a creator named Thefa, and I'm doing her workout plan. So it has like a little app and it tells me exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm seeing good results so far because I'm trying to change some, like where my muscle is packing on. So anyways, that's what I'm hoping to do. And then eventually get into my upper body. I'm just kind of neglecting my upper body right now because I feel like I build upper body quick, which sounds ridiculous, but I'm trying to put more mass on my lower half first with muscle. So I'm doing hypertrophy training for my lower half twice a week, and then I do upper like endurance training just once a week. And then I do core. I try and do core twice a week, but at least once a week for sure. What is your back squat PR? Do you do more strength training? It was warm earlier this week, but now it's really. We got a lot of rain. Our trees literally went from brown, like just brown leafless trees, and then it rained really hard one day, and then literally, I don't know, like 30 hours later, there was just green leaves everywhere. It's really, I think it was like 90 degrees today, but it's really windy. So like when the weather changes, it seems to like, especially the wind, it like chaps me up. That's a weird, chaps me up. Is that a saying? What is today? Friday? So today's Friday. Did I miss? No, I didn't. Today's Friday. So yeah, I won't be back till Monday. When does Invincible come out? Oh, not till Tuesday, right? Or Wednesday, you said? It to be warm. Oh, but you're further north. Like I think there's a lot of wind up north that's like coming down this way. It's supposed to be really windy tomorrow for us. We have like a high wind warning thing coming. So I'm probably going to stay inside because one, I have really bad allergies, and then the wind just really like dries out my face area. You think it's going to rain? Let me snooze this. Hold on. You think it's going to rain pretty soon, so you put grass food on the lawn? Ooh, do you have like a really nice lawn? Are you like one of those people that really admires their lawn and takes care of it? All right, who do we go to? Let's go and find... Should we find another gym goer? Oh, should we go here? Ramen powered emo. Home gym setup. Let's go here because I like their name. I have no idea who this person is. So do not judge me. They seem pretty chill. They seem like they're lifting some weight. We support it. But we're gonna go over there. We're gonna say hi. If you have the emotes, share your emotes. You can do whatever you want, honestly. But I appreciate it if you head over and give a hello, a hi. And this comes out Wednesday. Okay, cool. I'm excited. Oh yeah, you love fixing up the lawn? Oh, dude. I told M that if we ever get property, I want one of those riding lawnmowers, and that's just gonna be my. I love doing yard work. Such a, I don't know. I'd play even like the lawnmower simulator. Anyways, we'll talk about that next time. Helmut, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for ranting and raving with me. Appreciate you. Brands, thank you so much for the sub. You are awesome. I appreciate you. We're gonna go over here to Ramen Powered Emo, see what they're doing. And I'll see you all Monday. Okay, bye. Okay, rate it. Holy moly, that's loud. How do I? Let me turn that down. I gotta put. What'd I say their name is? Ramen Powered Emo. Hopefully they can come up on my phone and we'll deal with that. And I have no signal. Oh, I can't hear them and my phone is not loading. There we go. That we can hear them on my... Alright, now I can exit this. Alrighty, and YouTube, I'm out of here. See ya. God bless you all. See you next time. Let me transition this.